In this week's installment of its Going Deep series, CAA Football visits Towson, where senior Arnold Farmer has helped set the program standard with his leadership on the defensive line, excellence in the classroom, and in giving back to his local community in Baltimore.
Arnold provides a good example for what a student athlete is. It's a young man that not only has to get up at 5:30 in the morning to be at his workouts and his breakfast, but then continues on throughout the day to go to class, to go to study hall if need be, to go do their work, and then show back up for meetings, practice, and do their work at night.
Definitely giving props to my mom. She wouldn't let me play unless I had a 3.5 or higher in high school. So it was kind of that push from home to do your best in the classroom so you can enjoy what you love, and that's football.
That is what should be the case for all student athletes, that you're not just a football player. And to be honest, you're not just a student. It's ridiculously hard to do what these guys do, that they have 2 full-time jobs. Being a good, full-time, academically strong student is a full-time job. Being a really good Division I football player is a full-time job.
Once you figure out what's the most important thing to you, you do that first, and everything else just falls into line. So I know that I have to have a good GPA to play, so I have to take my academics seriously. I know that I have to watch film and prepare for my opponent, so I take that seriously.
These guys strain their body and their mind, and to have a young man like this from home represent both this institution, his personal family, the city of Baltimore, and Polly, it's immense. And that we try to find guys that are just not ball players, but they are exactly that, well-rounded, aggressive, success-seeking individuals.
My mom always taught me to give back because you reap what you sow. So I always try to do some community service.
Again, he was a young man who had other people give back to him when he grew up, and so I think he enjoys just paying it forward.
Arnold's kind of the guy that rallies everybody together and gets volunteers going and organizing things. You know, he's a great leader in every way. He's a great model for people out there.
Main projects right now is the Dream Academy down in Baltimore City. We go to Pimlico Elementary Middle and just try to help them and show them that there's more than just the streets. We're pretty much from the same neighborhood. I was raised in Park Heights, and Pimlico Elementary is right in Park Heights, Maryland. So yeah, I would say they buy in a little bit, and I'm more genuine because that's where I'm from.
I was you. You know, I went to these elementary schools, I went to these public schools, I went to this high school, and now I'm here and this is what I'm doing. So he really can relate to the local area.
The leaders that I had before me just groomed me into someone who leads by example first. This year, I'm much more of a vocal leader.
He's no longer the little brother. He's had to turn into the big brother of the group, and he looked around and goes, wait a minute, none of the guys I played with here, you know, for the last 2-3 years are here anymore, so he got taken into that leadership role, and it's been great to have him. Again, he's almost been like an assistant coach for me there.
You know, he's a tremendous young man that brings a lot of qualities as far as his leadership goes, and is able to help point these younger guys in the right direction.
They've been working so hard, and the biggest thing for them is just keeping them focused on the goal and just realizing that one mistake is just that, and go on to the next snap.
So when I walked in the door here and I went through the recruiting list that we had, after we had gone through that, I looked at John Donatelli, who was on staff, and I gave him a list of about 3 guys. And I said, go get them, go find them, go offer them, and make sure we have them. Arnold was one of those guys.
When we first came to Towson, we came on a dream. Just the opportunity to do something great and build a dynasty.
You know, there's a lot of places you can go in America that you can be part of somebody's storied history. But at the Division I level, there were great opportunities here to make history, to write history.
One of the things that Arnold has benefited from is being here for 5 years, and he's been here when things weren't so good. And he's part of a group that has learned how hard it is to win a football game and learned what it takes to win a football game and put back-to-back games together and be successful.
we need to find who's going to be committed and who's going to stick through the troubles and the hard times, because Coach Ambrose told us it was going to be some hard times.
Arnold went through the first 2 years where, we won combined 3 games. That kind of humbling experience, that really builds a lot of, or I shouldn't say builds, but reveals a lot of character.
By the time we got to year 3, it was those guys in Arnold's class who had said, enough is enough. We know how to do it. All we have to do is add a little bit more to it. And those guys did a great job.
We call ourselves the New Era Boys. So we just want that legacy that we changed Towson for the better. One snap at a time, one win at a time, one championship at a time.
So when he comes back in 20, 30 years from now, and he comes and watching whoever's playing here, he's gonna know that he's one of the guys that laid the foundation for the greater success for the long term, not just for a couple years, but for a long time to come. I'm extremely proud of him.
Arnold helps highlight a senior class that has come together to leave an indelible mark on a Tiger program that continues to rise because of the foundation they have set. Visit CAAfootball.com and CAAfootball.wordpress.com for upcoming Going Deep features and other on-campus coverage, which the league will present as it visits all 11 league schools this fall.